Hello everyone and welcome back to Chronos Plays Phoenix Wright Spirit of Justice. Today, wow, it's been a while since I had this much fun and excitement. A face-off against Mr. Edgeworth, a harrowing tightrope walk-off with a fence. I'm exhausted already. Boss! Oh, it's Athena. I'm here for moral support. Athena, are you all done practicing for Truce's magic so? Well, to be perfectly honest, I sort of ran away. But that's because she was putting my life in danger, I tell you. I see. I think I'll need to have a one-on-one with her. You're really athletic and fit, Athena, so Trucy probably thinks she can run you ragged. That may be true. I am ripped as fuck. But, which is why not even Trucy can keep up with me when I ran at full speed. Ah, looks like you spoke too soon, Athena. Never underestimate the usefulness, resourcefulness of a great magician. With three ladies that have the same voice. Magical girl Trucy Wright is on the scene. No! Now, Athena, it's time to practice human combustion magic. Come on, douse yourself with gasoline. But don't worry, it's a magic trick after all, so it's perfectly safe. You can suplex her. Run away! Hey, you're not getting off that easy. They get along so well, don't they? It reminds me of the good old days. You, me, and Pearly. Oh, and Detective Gumshoe. Can't forget him. We had all kinds of fun at the crime scenes back then, didn't remember? I almost said, didn't we? Leaving me to do all the serious investigation, as I recall. Investigating. Court will soon be back in session, Mr. Wright. Right, thank you. So Larry's the next witness, right? Can't wait to see what happens. Oh, probably something stupid. Sadly, I can already imagine it. You know, is he gonna be in his disguise? He's probably gonna be in his. He's in his disguise. Yeah. God damn it. Court will now reconvene. Oh no, he's not. Wow, Nick, Edgy, you're gonna hang me up to dry, aren't you? No, not the both of us. Just Mr. Wright. Nick, how could you? I don't really think he did it, of course, but I gotta use whatever leads I can. Mr. Butts, there's a possibility you moved the lantern that had the dead body in it. So if you want to clear yourself of any suspicion, all you have to do is testify. Now then, your testimony, please, witness. Nick is a jerk face. Nick, you big fat stinking jerk. How can you doubt your best bud? We know each other since elementary school. Well, get this, pal. Our friendship is over. I mean, yeah, no, that's right. Well, go ahead, Mr. Wright. All is yours. Why me? You're the one who called him to the stand, so he's your responsibility. Thanks, old chum. Can any of you show me a little respect? Even just a shred? Oh, you need some to actually get some. You may cross-examine the witness, Mr. Wright. I would if there was any testimony to cross-examine. I'm just gonna press on everything. You didn't give us like a statement, did you? No, I don't think you did. Okay. Okay, let's be, I'm not fat, right? I mean, in real life, sure, but Phoenix isn't. Come on, Larry. Can you please give me something real to work with? Something I don't know your tricks. If I say something careless, you're gonna shove some evidence at me with a loud objection and a super smug look on your face. Yeah, well, this is my job. And if I get found guilty, how are you gonna take responsibility for what you've done? Why should I take responsibility for just doing my job? You heartless jerk! Don't you have any compassion for me? No. Absolutely not. Hold it! I'm sorry, Mr. Butts, but if it wasn't Ms. Wyatt that entered the hold with that card, then you're the most likely suspect. Nick, Are you seriously doubting the innocence of your childhood friend? Well, technically, yes. But it isn't personal, I assure you. Oh. A true friend would believe me no matter what. That is not true. Can you see my tears? Don't they mean anything to you? Nick! Nick! You don't really think you can cry your way out of this, do you? Okay, fine. In that case...
Hold it!
Larry, listen to me. Shut it! I'm not talking to you anymore. This is getting us nowhere. Come off it, Larry. If you don't quit fooling around and start testifying, Ms. White will be found guilty. For real? If no new information comes out of this cross-examination, then yes, Mr. Butts, for real. Not that I would have a problem with that myself. Larry, just tell us the truth already. Did you or didn't you go into the hole and move a lantern up to the reception hall? I never moved any bull lantern, I tell you. Bull lantern? What? Did I say something weird? You told me that you didn't attend the wedding reception. So how would you know it's a bull lantern, right? Yeah, so what? Then that's odd. No one in this courtroom ever mentioned the sex of the lantern that was moved. So how could you know it was a bull lantern? You didn't have to actually go to the reception to know that. Anyone could tell there were two Pegabulls by looking at the Flying Chapel pamphlet. All I can tell right now is that there's a strong scent of bull in the air. Please add that last statement to your testimony, Mr. Butts, so I can rip it apart. Well, I'm gonna press on it first, but still.
Hold it!
Seriously, Larry? If you're hiding something, you better fess up now. I'm telling you, I don't know nothing. Why do you have to doubt me so much? Why? Because you're you, that's why. You think Nick's being awful to me, don't you? So tell Nick what a big meanie he is. I would if I thought he was being one. Not you too. Why doesn't anybody ever take my side? Because you burned all those bridges. I wish I didn't have to doubt him, but something about what he just said doesn't add up. You finally get a decent statement out of him, Nick. Yeah, finally. Sure took a lot of work, though. I hope this all leads somewhere. Okay. So... Sure. 2 Pegabulls. You are wrong.
Objection!
I want you to take a look at this, Mr. Butts. Because unfortunately for you, the pamphlet clearly shows a Pega cow and a Pega bull in their example diagram of the reception hall. Huh? But on that day, instead of putting a Pega cow and a Pega bull out for the bride and groom, there were 2 male Pega bulls on display. What is it, Adam and Steve? That's an old joke at this point. Yet somehow you knew there were 2 Pegabulls in the reception hall that day. There's only one way you'd know something like that, Larry. If it was you who moved the Pegabull to the reception hall, wasn't it? Ah! No! Larry, you didn't. Mr. Butts, did you move the lantern containing the victim's body to the reception hall? That's what it looks like! What? Hold it. Wait a minute, Nick! You don't think I'm the murderer, do you? Maybe you missed a glimpse that we were fighting over Ms. White and you ended up killing him? Not you too! Look, I didn't sneak into the reception, but that was as far as it went. You know me, I wouldn't hurt a fly. You snuck into the reception? Yeah, sure, but some of the Sprocket men caught me and locked me up in one of the cabins. It was pretty awful, actually. But that's when I made the drawing of the pterodactyl I showed you, Nick. Ixnay on the Aerodactyl, Larry. Mr. Wright, Not even you would take this that far, would you? We are talking about Larry. What do I do? Do I accuse Larry of being the true culprit? I mean, it's not, right? It can't be. Part of me wants to, but, like, there's no way it is, right? No, you're right, Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Butts didn't have a reason to kill Mr. Gloomsbury. He might have had an imaginary reason to kill Soren Sprocket, sure, but not Mr. Gloomsbury. After all, he did steal Mr. Sprocket's bride and try to elope with her. Just because I try to steal someone's bride and doesn't make me a murderer. I believe you, Larry, and I don't think you killed anybody either. You would never do anything like that. Nick, old buddy, old pal, I need you to come through for me. Funny that, considering you swore your sworn testimony just now that we are through. Mr. Butts, it's time you told this court the whole truth. Understood? Moving the lantern. It's like Nick said, I'm the one who moved the lantern. I was poking around the reception hall before the main event and saw a lantern was broken. There was a note that said exchanged with the one in the hold, Ellen. So I decided to do Ellie a favor. So you switched the lanterns before the reception, did you? Then that means the victim really was killed before the reception. It would appear that Mr. Butts completely fell for the defendant's scheme. Scheme? What scheme? The note for the defendant, exchanged with the one in the hold, Ellen. Mr. Butts moved the lantern with the body and it up to the reception hall because of this note. And thus he had become a suspect in Mr. Gloomsbury's murder. Gulp, that second lantern did feel pretty heavy, but I never would have thought there was a dead body in it. It had wheels. They're easier to move with wheels. What was that note like that doing on the lantern in the first place? You got it all wrong, Mr. Edgeworth. I left the note for myself. It was simply a reminder because I can be very forgetful. Objection! What a sorry excuse, Miss White. Right. Wyatt. There we go. The prosecution contends that the note shows one facet of the defendant's murderous plan. And you, Mr. Butts, you played right into the Ms. Wyatt's hand. No way, Edgy. I don't believe it. Objection! You still really believe Miss Wyatt to be the culprit, Mr. Edgeworth? Of course. My stance on the matter remains unchanged. If you think I'm wrong, then prove it with your cross-examination. Gladly. Very well. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Alright, moving the lantern. More like moving the goalpost. Good one, Chronos. Thank you! Why didn't you tell us that sooner, you asshole? Because I knew you guys were gonna be suspicious of me, that's why. We're suspicious of you now because you tried to hide it. My thoughts exactly. Huh. Well, now I've told you. Happy? Well, how about you letting me go? Never. No, not yet. We need to stick around. We need you to stick around to sort a few things out. Fine. Also, there's the whole, you're probably gonna get arrested for saying that you have a bomb to the police. I don't know how long you'll get for that, but you're probably going in for a while. The lady you swapped was swapped out was a female Pega Pega cow, right? Yeah, I guess. Why did you replace the female lantern with a male one? Because I was too busy trying to not to get caught? I didn't have time to check a little detail like that. You didn't want to get caught, you should have just left well enough alone, you know? Whatever. Anyways, when I took the photo when I took a look at the broken lantern, I saw A smug stance.
Hold it!
The note wasn't addressed to you, was it? Well, I guess not, but how could I let my dear sweet Ellie do all the hard physical labor on her own? It's precisely that thought process that constantly gets you in trouble, Larry. Besides, it was my big chance to show her how much I cared about her. I mean, I don't know how. I guess it just falls under the category of like, if I do a nice thing, you'll clearly love me.
Hold it!
Like, oh, she smiled at me. She's in love. Nobody saw you the whole time while you were switching the lanterns. Nope, I didn't get caught. That's not that time anyway. Not that time? Yeah, when I tried to sneak into the reception hall the first time. God damn it, Larry. I didn't have much luck. Those sprocket guys spotted me and nabbed me. All of my words are failing me right now. Pretty exciting, don't you think? Larry, you need help. And then they locked me up in one of those cabins. Nick, what are you asking about stuff like that for anyways? Shouldn't you be trying to prove Ellie's innocence? Well, is that statement important to the case? I guess? We got nothing else, and I don't know where else I could, like, present anything. Mr. Butts is trying to crash the reception and subsequently getting locked in the cavern. I believe these might be important facts in this case, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Butts, please add the statement to your testimony. Okay. I tried to sneak into the reception hall, but I was caught.
Hold it!
So you got locked up. Then what happened? I broke out. Then I started looking for Ellie and wandered into the reception hall again. That's when I saw the broken lantern and replaced it. Even after they caught you and locked you up, you still went looking for Ms. Wyatt. But hold on a minute. What is it, Nick? Maya, doesn't something seem weird to you? Everything in this case. Larry's saying he replaced the lantern after he broke out of the cavern. That's right. Oh, wait. Huh. You're right. That does make sense, does it? Mr. Wright, have you found an inconsistency in the witness's testimony? Yes, I believe so, Your Honor. You're supposed to move the lantern after he broke out of the cabin, but that contradicts with this. I don't know. Before the reception began? I guess it does contradict that. But we're... I guess. I mean, yeah, I guess.
Take that!
Is that? Yes, it's the broken lantern, Your Honor. Mr. Butts, what you're saying doesn't make any sense at all. What? Why not? You swapped the lanterns before the reception began, right? Yeah, that's what I said, isn't it? But you also just said you swapped the lanterns after you got locked up in the cabin for trying to sneak into the reception. In other words, you're saying you swapped the lanterns both before the reception and after the reception took place. That certainly doesn't make any sense, does it? Mr. Butts, did you swap the lanterns before or after the reception? Which was it, before or after? There's a world of difference between the two. Well, Mr. Butts, I guess I can't expect guys like you to understand. In a nutshell, it was both before and after reception. What? I tried to sneak into the first reception and get locked up. The first reception? Uh-oh, I don't like where this is going. Then, through the power of Ellie's pendant, time got rewound, and we went back to the time before the reception. It was after that when I replaced the lantern. So it was both before the reception and after the reception, got it? Edgeworth, I'm not the one bringing this up. You went back in time before the reception. So of course the reception would take place one more time after that, right? That's why what I said made perfect sense. Yeah. Mr. Wright, what in the world is the witness talking about? Has he developed some sort of intellectual ailment I'm not aware of since I last saw him? That's actually a nice way of putting it, Edgeworth. Well, none of the Sprockets seem to remember the time skip, but I do. And Ellie remembers it too. I think the power of our love for each other has made that miracle happen. Mr. Wright, I'm sorry, but could you please translate this man's gibberish so the rest of us can understand? So now I have to be the one who explains this whole time travel thing? Go on, Nick. I know you can do it. Looks like you don't have much of a choice, Nick. Yeah, the heck with it. I can't lose any more of my dignity today anyways. The defendant, Ms. Ellen Wyatt, has told the defense the following strange story. She said that after the reception ended, she was attacked by Mr. Gloomsbury. She claims that as she was being assaulted, she made a wish upon her pendant. Please take me back to the blissful moment. In doing so... time apparently rewound itself just before the reception began. Those are not my words, those are the defendant and Larry's words. It's what? I know it's hard to believe, but think about it this way. Through the power of the pendant, both Ellen Wyatt and Larry Butts experienced time travel. Their words, not mine. What?
Objection!
Yeah, that's about right. Like, that's stupid! What absolute rubbish! Mr. Wright, I've heard my fair share of your nonsense over the years, but this takes the cake. This is even more so than the Orker testimony. Have you thoroughly lost your mind?
Objection!
But this is simply the conclusion I came to. No, it's not the conclusion I came to. It's the conclusion you guys made me explain. Using the logic ability you love so much. What? The truth of the matter is, the future president of Sprocket Aviation, Soren Sprocket, has been researching time machines. So, what if the time machine had already been successfully created? And what if that's one of Sprocket Aviation's top secret inventions? A time machine? Yeah, I even saw some while we were time traveling. I saw a pterodactyl flying through the sky. Maybe the airship was set to travel through time for their honeymoon trip? What? A pterodactyl?
Objection!
But it has a P in it. You can't possibly have any evidence to back up your ridiculous time travel story. Well, I... It's like, oh, thank God. As I thought. In any case, I now have the evidence to prove that you're no more intelligent than Larry. Not so fast, Edgy. I'm not the same old Larry you used to know. Oh, that's hard to believe. You want evidence? Ha, I get your evidence right here. This is the photo I secretly took of the first reception. What? What? Larry, I can't believe... Well, anyways, good job. If you create the photos of the first and second receptions, you can find the difference. Then we'll be able to prove that the reception was held twice. You really think such a difference exists? I don't have that picture. Maybe? Yes, Your Honor. I just need some time to find it for you. This was preposterous. Very well, please show the courtroom what's different then. Okay, one second. The angle? Oh, the flowers. Oh, that's very fucking obvious.
Take that!
Please direct your attention to Miss Wyatt's bouquet of flowers. In the photo one of her in-laws took, the defendant is holding a yellow bouquet. But in the photo Mr. Butts took, she is holding a red bouquet. You're right. That's impossible. What does this mean? It means the defendant really did experience 2 wedding receptions. And she did that when she traveled back through time. What? Nick! You did it! You proved Ellen's time travel story to be true. Yeah, I can hardly believe it myself. It's just as Ellen said, the reception was held twice. That turns every assumption we based this trial on upside down.
Objection!
Again, that is stupid. I refuse to accept such a ludicrous argument. It's pure fiction under the guise of pseudoscience at best. There's simply no such thing as time travel. I know it's hard, but can't you suspend your disbelief for 1 nanosecond, Edgeworth? I bet sci-fi movies push all your buttons the wrong way, don't they, Mr. Edgeworth? I can totally picture you yelling, that's never happened every 5 seconds at the screen. Maybe you should stay away from movie dates altogether. God damn it, Maya! Stop with the low blows! That's neither here nor there. This is the real life we're talking about. But the proof is clearly shown in the 2 photos. That's right, Miss Edgeworth. No matter how inexplicable... Fine. I'll entertain your absurd delusion. If only to demolish it before your very eyes. What? Let's start with this then, shall we? There's one thing your time travel theory fails to explain. That is the memories of the other guests there. The defendant and Larry remember the reception occurring twice, but no member of the Sprocket family has even mentioned such a thing. That's because the time machine is classified technology. Shut up! I'm not done yet, you bird brain. Bird brain? I wonder how she's doing. As I was saying, if the entire family had been sworn to secrecy, then why hadn't they sworn the woman who was marrying into the family to secrecy then? That's a really good point. Honestly, all it takes is a little common sense, Mr. Wright. Even still, how do we know that the trip through time did not really occur? There's proof in the photo that it did, and besides, if time travel doesn't exist, well, I'm be a little disappointed, frankly. I'm hoping to go back to the days of my youth. That's not how it works! You mustn't allow yourself to be taken in by Mr. Wright's whimsical tales, Your Honor. I've read about it in various literature, you see. And they all say that time travel is just not logically feasible. Maybe your argument was just a little too nonsensical, Nick? Well, in that case, why don't we put common sense to the test? Excuse me? The wedding reception was held twice. The photos are proof of that. But it wasn't because of time travel. It's simply because the reception had actually been held twice. Isn't that the most reasonable way to interpret the situation? Would you care to elaborate, Mr. Wright? If time travel doesn't exist, then there's only one way to make sense of what happened. Somebody must have orchestrated this strange phenomenon, and that somebody is... gods. I called the gods to the stand! No, everyone at the reception, I guess? What if all the guests at the reception conspired together to hold the reception twice and keep quiet about it? What? And for what purpose would they conspire to do such a thing? Good question. Well, clap, 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 clap. Haha, brilliant deduction, defense. Oh, hello. I can tell you are not a renowned lawyer for nothing. I must say I underestimated you. How so, Mr. Knickerbody? You have managed to name each event precisely as they happened. You have revealed it all to the light of day. Then that means... It was us. We orchestrated the whole thing. Yes, the reception was held twice. But not because of time travel, no. We simply held it a second time. What? Why? Why would you do such a thing? They make it as though the murder Miss Ellen committed never happened. So someone figured out that if Miss Ellen, who'd killed Miss Bloomsbury after the first reception, experienced the reception one more time, she would think it was all a dream. It was he who ordered us to make it happen. However, only a few, myself included, knew of Miss Ellen's crimes. Are you saying most of the guests attended 2 receptions without knowing why? Indeed. They needed no reason. Master Soren told them to do it, and they do it they did. This is the Sprocket way. Then who hid the body in the lantern? We did. But we did not anticipate the petals finding their way in, nor the actions of Mr. Butts. And that's how you intended to cover up the whole situation? There's just one thing everyone here has wrong. The real scene of the crime was not the hold. It was the Vista deck. What? Then Ms. Wyatt's recollection of events must be correct. I admit we tried to cover this incident up, but the fact that Ms. Ellen killed Bloomsbury is undeniable. This is quite a turn of event. Hehehehe. And so it appears we have arrived at the truth at last. Now. Please do feel free to travel back in time, Mr. Wright, and attempt to do this trial over again. Go on. Let's now not get hasty, Edgeworth. Bet you can't do it! I bet I can't either! Your Honor, we will have to hold a separate trial for the cover-up conspiracy later. But as far as this case goes, I believe we are ready for your ruling. Yeah?
Objection!
Yeah, objection. I like that shit. Just before the defendant lost conscience during her attack, she says she saw someone strike the victim. It's possible that this third party is the true culprit.
Objection!
Like every trial we've been in. You still, well, except for that one time, you still want us to believe the defendant's words. Perhaps you've lost more than your touch during your time abroad. The third-person nonsense is nothing more than rubbish, and you know it.
Objection!
Nuh-uh. But by that same token, how can we trust those who conspired and lied to fool this court of law? For all we know, they might still be hiding something. Shit. That's a good point. You never know when to quit, do you? Now, calm down, both of you. In any case, there isn't enough trustworthy information yet for me to render a verdict. I suggest we continue the trial after both sides have investigated the matter further. Very well, Your Honor. Ooh, that was close. Mr. Knickerbody, as for you and your cohort's attempt to cover up this crime, your case will be brought to the separate trial following the resolution of the current one. Understood, Your Honor. Well then, this concludes today's trial. Court is adjourned. To be continued. Alrighty then. Yeah, you know what? We'll call it here for now. And start, I guess, Investigation 2, Electric Boogaloo. Yeah, Investigation Day 2 next time. Thank you for watching. I'll see y'all then. Have a great day. Bye.